You are about to get punished, my child, but now you will not bear this punishment, but the ones you love. Yes, your loved ones are about to face the punishment because some of them are walking on the path of the devil, and they are drifting away from me. Child, I have watched them in the silence of their hearts, and I have seen how they have allowed shadows to whisper louder than my truth. They do not realize that the breath within them is still mine, that their time, their blessings, their laughter, all flow from the river of my mercy. Yet they walk as though I do not see, as though I do not weep when they turn their faces from my light. You, my child, have cried to me, and your cries have reached my throne. I have seen the sincerity of your heart. I have seen the nights when you could not rest, when tears became your only prayer. Because of this, I have held back my hand from striking you. I have chosen to show mercy upon you, for there is still humility within you, a spark that seeks to return to me. But your heart is bound to those who do not listen. You are tied by love, and through this love you will feel the tremors of their rebellion. You will see the consequence of their choices, and your spirit will tremble. But know this: I am just. I am holy. I am not mocked. Whatever is sown must be reaped. Do not think, child, that I take pleasure in punishment. My wrath is not born from cruelty, but from love that has been rejected. I correct those I love. I shake the earth beneath their feet, not to destroy them, but to awaken them. When they feel the ground quiver, when they lose what they have idolized, it is not because I wish to see them suffer, but because I long for them to remember me. My mercy cries out even in judgment. My hand that disciplines is the same hand that formed them in the womb. Every pain I allow is a door, and through that door I am calling them back. Your loved ones walk in pride, and pride blinds the soul. They no longer hear the whisper of conscience that I placed within them. They have silenced it with noise, with vanity, with deceitful comforts. They have built walls around their hearts, and on those walls they have painted false images of me, versions that agree with their desires, not with my truth. But I will tear those walls down. I will let their false gods crumble before them, so that they may see that only I am eternal. I will strip away their disguises, their excuses, their masks, until they stand naked before truth. For I love them too much to let them perish in lies. You must not harden your heart when this happens. You will want to question me. You will ask, "Why them, Lord? Why not me?" And I will remind you, it is because of your intercession that I have delayed the storm. But the storm cannot be delayed forever. There are lessons that cannot be learned in calm seas. I must shake what can be shaken so that what is eternal may remain. If I left them uncorrected, their souls would drift too far, beyond the reach of repentance. Therefore I send warning before the wound, mercy before the judgment, love before the fire. I have spoken in dreams, in signs, in the quiet stirrings of the heart. But they do not listen. Now they will listen through the language of consequence. You, my child, must stand firm. When darkness gathers, you must remain in my light. Do not let their despair become your despair. Do not let their anger infect your spirit. Be a witness of peace amidst chaos. Your faith will be tested not to destroy it, but to refine it. I am building something within you that suffering cannot shatter. You will become a living testimony of endurance, and through your endurance, others will find hope. You are not the savior of your loved ones, I am. But through your faithfulness, I will open a path for them to return. When they fall, you must not mock them, nor condemn them. Instead, extend compassion, for they will taste the fruit of their choices, and bitterness will fill their mouths. When they cry out in confusion, remind them of me. Speak not with pride, but with gentleness, for I am near to the brokenhearted. They may not come to me immediately. Some will harden even more. But my word never returns void. Even the hardest ground will one day break under the weight of my reign. Child, I am not blind to the pain that comes when you watch those you love suffer. I know it will pierce your soul. But I tell you, let that pain drive you closer to me, not farther away. For every tear you shed, I gather in my hands. For every cry you utter, I bend low to hear. When you do not understand my ways, remember that my thoughts are higher than yours. My plan reaches beyond what you can see. You see the moment, but I see eternity. You see the wound, but I see the healing it will produce. Trust me, even when my hand seems heavy. Trust me, for I am your refuge in the storm. There will come a time when the darkness grows loud, when the world celebrates what is evil and mocks what is sacred. You will see many fall, even those you thought were strong. Do not be deceived. Strength that is not rooted in me will always crumble. But those who cling to me, even in weakness, I will uphold with my right hand. I will pour out peace that the world cannot give. My spirit will dwell among those who humble themselves. Even when chaos surrounds them, they will shine with quiet strength, and others will come seeking the light that burns within them. You, my child, must prepare your heart. Set aside the distractions that steal your time. Draw near to me not only in crisis, but in quiet moments. Let my word be the food that sustains you. Let prayer be your breath. When others mock your faith, do not answer with anger. Let your peace be your defense. For soon those who mocked will come asking for wisdom, and you will have it because you remain steadfast. The world will hunger for truth when their idols fail them, and I will use my children, those who endured in love, to feed them with the bread of life. Your loved ones will pass through fire. Some will emerge purified, others scarred, but all will see that I am God. I do not delight in their fall, but in their awakening. The time of pretending is ending. The time of choosing is now. Every heart must decide, for me or against me. Lukewarm faith will not stand in what is coming. Those who try to serve two masters will find themselves torn apart. I call them not to destroy, but to awaken. I call through the rumble of the storm, through the breaking of false peace, through the silence that follows loss. In all things, my purpose is redemption. Do not fear the shaking, child. The shaking is not the end. It is the beginning. Just as a seed must break to release life, so too must I break what is dead so that new life can emerge. The pain of the breaking will pass, but the fruit will remain. You will see restoration that you could not have imagined. You will see hardened hearts softened. You will see beauty rise from ashes, but it will not come without travail. You must endure, and you must trust that I am working even when all seems lost. When you pray, do not pray merely for their comfort. Pray for their awakening. Pray that I remove whatever blinds them. Sometimes love must let go so that the soul may find its own way home. You cannot carry them on your back, but you can carry them in your heart. You can lift them to me in faith, and I will do what only I can do. My mercy will reach them in ways you cannot see. Even when they reject you, I will be near them. My spirit will whisper in their dreams, stir in their hearts, and call them through the cracks of their rebellion. Do not be dismayed if change takes time. Even when the soil looks barren, the seed is still working beneath the surface. I am patient because I love deeply. My timing is perfect, even when it feels delayed. Every trial is measured, every pain weighed, every moment written in my plan. You will look back one day and see that nothing was wasted. Even the sorrow will have purpose. Even the waiting will have meaning. I am the author who writes with eternal ink, and every page I turn leads toward redemption. Child, hear me now, and let these words penetrate the depths of your soul. There is a world around you, a world full of voices that call to your heart with promises that are false, fleeting, and dangerous. Every day, temptation rises before you like a river, inviting you to drift from the path of life, to step into waters that will drown your spirit if you let go of my hand. You may not feel the weight immediately. You may not notice the slow erosion of your heart as small choices, taken lightly, build upon one another. But each step away from my ways weakens you, until the soul that once shone with clarity becomes dim, confused, and burdened by darkness. I have placed within you the gift of discernment, though it is often overlooked, drowned by the allure of convenience, the whispers of deceit, and the promises of the fleeting pleasures of the world. The flesh may rejoice in the immediate, but it is a joy that leaves you hollow, a laughter that echoes in emptiness. When temptation comes, it is not only a test but a mirror. It reveals the state of your heart. Consider the life of those who have walked this path before you. They were not perfect, but they sought me, and they found strength in my teachings. They did not give themselves to fleeting desires, and because of this they endured. They prospered, and they left legacies that still speak to the hearts of men. You too can walk in this path. You too can resist what the world offers and receive what I have promised. You are not alone in this struggle. I am with you. My spirit strengthens you when you are weak. My words guide you when you are lost. My presence shields you when you are tempted. All you must do is turn to me, and I will show you the way. Temptation often disguises itself as something desirable, but the eyes of the flesh cannot see clearly. What appears sweet may conceal poison. What seems harmless may hide destruction. You must learn to look beyond the surface to see through the deception, and to judge by my standards, not the standards of the world. My teachings are your guide. They are a lamp for your feet and a light for your path. They reveal the hidden snares and the subtle ways in which sin attempts to draw you away. Do not ignore them. Study them. Meditate upon them. Let them shape your decisions until they become second nature, until righteousness flows from your soul without struggle. The long-term rewards of resisting temptation are greater than the temporary satisfaction that sin provides. You may not see the results immediately, but time reveals the truth. When you remain faithful, doors open that would otherwise remain closed. Relationships are strengthened. Hearts are aligned with mine. Opportunities that honor your spirit are presented, while distractions that would harm are removed. Your life becomes a testimony of perseverance and faith, a living witness to the power of obedience. Generations can be blessed through your faithfulness, and your influence extends far beyond what you can imagine. Will you be anchored in my teachings, or will you drift with the currents of desire? When you resist, when you turn your eyes away from what will destroy you, you strengthen the very core of your being. You create a foundation that will not crumble when the storms come. My teachings are a lamp. Every command, every law, every word I have given you is a light placed along your path so you will not stumble. These teachings are not burdens, they are protection. They are chains only in the sense that they keep you from running headlong into the flames. I have given you wisdom so that you may navigate the trials of life without being consumed. Do not dismiss them. Do not say that you know better. The world will always promise freedom and rebellion, but the freedom it offers is slavery to the temporary. I offer true freedom, but it requires patience, faith, and obedience. True freedom is found in walking within the boundaries I have set, not outside them. Consider the seeds I have planted in your life and the garden I desire for your soul. If you allow temptation to take root, it will choke what I have planted. It will strangle the virtues of your heart, the kindness, the humility, the faith, and the love that are gifts from me. When you resist temptation, it is like watering the seeds I have given you, letting them grow deep roots, unshakable and strong. Each act of obedience, each choice to turn away from what is false, is a brick laid in the fortress of your spirit. The fortress will protect you not just in moments of trial, but in the years to come, when storms that seem unbearable arise. Do not believe, child, that small sins are harmless. Each compromise, each small step into temptation is a fracture in the vessel I have entrusted to you. Like a crack in a precious jar, it may seem minor at first, but water will seep in, and eventually the whole structure will weaken. Guard your heart, for out of it flows the wellspring of life. Guard your eyes, your ears, your tongue, for these are the gateways through which temptation enters. And guard your thoughts, for they are the foundation upon which all action is built. When you discipline your mind, you are shaping your destiny. When you allow it to wander unchecked, you allow destruction to sneak in quietly. I see the battles you fight, even when they are unseen. The struggles within your mind, the wrestlings with desire, the pull toward what you know is wrong. I see them all. Do not despair when temptation assails you, but do not underestimate it either. There are those who have fallen not because they were strong, but because they underestimated the power of small compromises. They did not flee when they should have, and they allowed what seemed harmless to become a snare. My child, flee from evil as you would flee from a fire. Turn quickly away. Run to my teachings. Immerse yourself in my words. Let them wash over your spirit until the fire of temptation cannot touch you. There is joy in obedience, even when it is difficult. There is a deep, quiet peace that comes from walking in my ways, a satisfaction that cannot be found in the fleeting pleasures of the world. Others may laugh, others may mock, but their laughter is hollow, and their mirth is empty. You will stand in truth when they are lost in lies. You will hold a treasure that cannot be stolen when they clutch at that which decays. For every temptation you resist, I reward you in ways that you do not yet understand. There is a harvest for patience, a crown for endurance, and a peace that surpasses understanding for those who remain faithful. Do not mistake discipline for punishment. The very desires you fight against are the tests I place before you. They are not there to torment you, but to shape you. Like metal in the fire, your spirit is refined when you resist the allure of the moment. The sweet taste of immediate pleasure may seem desirable, but the sweetness is temporary, and the bitterness that follows is long. The rewards of obedience, however, are eternal. They are not seen with the eye of the flesh, but with the eyes of faith. They are treasures stored in heaven, treasures that no thief can steal, treasures that increase with every choice to turn away from the temporary and cling to what is eternal. Do not be deceived by the seeming ease of indulgence. The road of temptation is crowded, but it leads to desolation. The road of righteousness is narrow and often lonely, but it leads to life. There will be trials, yes, but these trials are not punishments. They are the refining fire that strengthens your soul. Every choice to resist is a choice to grow. Every prayer for strength is a step closer to victory. Every act of obedience, however small, builds a foundation that will endure when the storms come. The one who endures is the one who inherits, and what is inherited cannot fade. You must also understand, child, that temptation often comes not only to test but to distract. The enemy knows your weaknesses and seeks to exploit them. He will dress desires in beautiful clothing, will whisper lies, and will paint illusions of freedom. But freedom without me is slavery. Pleasure without me is emptiness. Riches without me are loss. Power without me is destruction. Do not be lured by appearances. Look beyond the surface. Measure everything by my truth. Seek wisdom above all else. Seek understanding. When you learn to see as I see, temptation loses its power. When your vision is aligned with mine, the deceit of the world falls away. Your heart is precious, and I have given it to you as a gift, but it must be guarded. Do not surrender it to that which corrupts. The choices you make now will echo through eternity. Do not underestimate the importance of a single decision. One moment of weakness can set a path of suffering in motion, while one moment of courage can open the door to blessing. Walk carefully. Walk prayerfully. Walk in my presence. And when temptation comes, speak my name in your heart. Recall my words. Remember the love that sustains you. Remember the purpose for which I created you. You are not meant for fleeting pleasure, but for eternal joy. You are not meant to stumble blindly, but to walk in the light I provide. Even when you fail, do not despair. I am merciful. I forgive. I restore. But do not test my mercy by willingly walking into sin. Learn from the past. Correct your course. Turn your heart toward me, and allow my teachings to guide your steps. Do not rely on your own strength, for it is limited, but rely on mine, for I am abundant in power and grace. Those who depend on me are never truly defeated. Even when circumstances seem overwhelming, my spirit strengthens them. Even when the enemy appears victorious, I am working behind the scenes to bring about redemption. Trust me in the unseen, for the greatest victories are often invisible at first. Every act of temptation resisted is a testimony of your character, a declaration that your soul belongs to me. You are not bound by the fleeting desires of this world. You are a child of eternity. You are called to greatness not through indulgence, but through steadfastness. The road of obedience is narrow, yes, but it leads to life. The road of compromise is wide, yes, but it leads to destruction. Choose wisely, choose boldly. Choose daily to immerse yourself in my teachings. Choose to guard your heart. Choose to resist the whispers that seek to seduce you away from truth. I have spoken to you not to frighten you, but to guide you. I have spoken not to restrict you, but to protect you. I have spoken not to make your journey difficult, but to ensure that when the storms come, you will stand firm, unshaken, unafraid. The temptations you face now are nothing compared to the rewards that await those who remain faithful. Your perseverance will shine as a beacon. Your integrity will become a shield. Your faithfulness will bear fruit in ways you cannot yet see. The trials you endure now are training for the glory you will experience later. The moments of restraint are laying the foundation for a lifetime of blessing. Do not despise small beginnings. Every decision, every prayer, every act of obedience matters. Temptation comes in small steps, and righteousness comes in small steps as well. Do not be discouraged by the long road. Do not despair when you stumble. Stand and continue. Walk forward in faith, knowing that each act of resistance builds strength, builds character, and builds treasure in heaven. Time reveals what is sown. Patience multiplies reward. The one who endures sees the culmination of what others forsook. My child, take heart. The world may promise ease, pleasure, and gain, but these are fleeting. I promise life, joy, and eternal reward. My teachings are the map. My spirit is the compass. Temptation is the storm that tests the traveler. Stay true, stay vigilant, stay close. Seek me first in all things. Let my words dwell richly within you. Meditate, reflect, pray, and act with integrity. Your obedience now secures your future. Your faithfulness now guarantees your inheritance. The kingdom is not for the reckless, but for the steadfast. The blessings are not for the indulgent, but for the disciplined. The joy is not for the fleeting, but for the faithful. Resist temptation, child. Follow my teachings. Trust in the long-term rewards I have prepared. Your life, your legacy, your soul will shine because you chose the narrow path. You will find peace that cannot be shaken. You will find joy that endures. You will see the fruit of every righteous choice, and in that fruit, you will know that you have walked with me, that you have trusted me, and that you have built something eternal. No trial, no temptation, no moment of weakness can undo what faithfulness secures. Keep your heart pure. Keep your mind focused. Keep your soul in alignment with me. And when you look back, you will see that every struggle, every temptation resisted, was worth far more than you could have imagined. I am with you always. I guide you, protect you, and reward you. Walk in my ways. Treasure my teachings. Resist temptation. And the life you build now, in obedience and faith, will be a life of eternal peace, joy, and fulfillment.